Hello everyone, it's Best Side Cycling. It's new bike day and I have the Aethos here right in front of me. I'm just going for a light ride today, not many miles, but I did want to try one of my favorite steep hills in the area, and that's the China Creek. This is segment that I'm doing is about 11.9% gradient for 400 feet. So I'm gonna give it my all and see how it goes. So let's try it. But yeah, you can already see here at the bottom, it's pretty steep. And let's see how this new lighter bike helps me out. And we're off, and turning left here on Southeast 79th Drive, the segment begins and the climb starts out really hard, really fast. With my power spiking all the way up, these gradients are definitely in the mid-teens, though you can't see on the bottom left unfortunately as that is really delayed. But yeah, I'm pretty much going full gas right now, mainly because I'm super excited to try this bike out on a steep climb, as well as it did feel a lot easier than normal. So I think I was inherently putting a lot more power than I should have, which was a little bit of foreshadowing for this effort. But nonetheless, I've done this segment several times on my old bike, but this one that I'm doing today is special because most people sort of ride on this one segment, but if you turn to the right, which I will, there's another steep part continually, and that's the one we're targeting today. And I'm not sure if I was able to do it, but I thought I would be able to do a KOM, given that it's not as popular a route. The really silly thing I didn't do though was know exactly what that timing is and how much time I needed off my PR. All I know right now is that I'm definitely faster than all the times that I've done it before, and it's just getting a really steady lead. As I said, I probably went out way too hard in the beginning. Going out in this segment, holding this 300 watts is not sustainable for me at all. This 6 watts per kilo, just trying to go up as fast as I can, and it's a lot of fun due to several factors. One, this new bike just being like a few pounds lighter than my previous. That just makes it a lot easier to handle back and forth, and is actually maybe like a 2% total kit saving for me with the bike. Second is the sort of geometry. I find that now this is my first ever sort of more traditional race frame, and basically with the shorter wheelbase, with me being closer to my wheels, it feels like I can put that power down a lot easier. I often had to sort of shuffle forward with my old bike to sort of get that, and I feel that stiffness, that transfer a little bit easier. And then lastly, probably one of the more interesting things is moving to even shorter cranks. So with this new bike, I'm on 160 millimeter cranks. So that basically means I can spin up hills even easier than usual. So yeah, I'm holding this sort of now 85 RPM. I started out the effort sort of grinding up and just standing out of the saddle, but usually this is where I like to be, but it's also where I tend to be once I'm fading out. But now we start into the second section that I said is the steep one that most people don't do, and you can just tell from the camera this is steep. So this is probably into that 15-16% range, at least around there. And I know back in my head that I went too hard and I'm starting to fade a bit, and I am probably like 20 odd something seconds ahead of my PR, but I didn't know actually how that related to the KOM, as this bike basically is brand new and I don't have it set up exactly with the screen, so working a little bit more blind than usual. But nonetheless, you can see that my heart rate's just sitting up there really high, 180. I don't usually go much further than that unless I'm really trying to suffer, and the watts are starting to come down as I'm just hanging in there, hoping that this is just enough. So the actual target time for this whole segment is 4:46. So yeah, we'll see if I make it. It's gonna be really, really close. And if you enjoyed this video, please roll over that like button and subscribe. I love climbing hills, and especially now that I have this new purpose-built bike for that, I'll be taking on a lot of my old segments and try to go for some PRs, as well explore some kills all over, as a lot of my longer rides are done, and I'm just sort of gonna do a lot of different things for the rest of the riding season. But anyway, yes, it's getting really intense here as we're just chasing up the top, but I don't know if I have anything left. If I unmuted this video, it would just be me panting back and forth, which is definitely expected for a KOM-like effort, but I think it really varies on the day how much I'm really willing to suffer, because I know if I hold into this zone for long enough, it's gonna be real rough right after. But I enjoy it, as it definitely reminds me of those times when I started cycling and I just didn't know if I would get over the hill. So just having that sense of achievement of making it over. But now it's you can see I sort of put the time overlay there. It's cutting extremely close, and we're nearing the top crest of this hill, where I think fortunately it does get a lot shallower, but my power tanks all the way down as you get that relief, and I just don't have any strength to go forward. Alright, so that was the hill done. 30 seconds better than my previous one, which is pretty good for a 5-minute segment, but I think I was short of the KOM. So definitely today probably was my best form. There's more days to do it. The most important thing is to keep riding your bike, and man, yeah, this bike definitely makes it easier to go uphill. So looking forward to more, and let me take a few breaths. And after I recovered, I came up here to the golf course climb to enjoy beautiful views of Bellevue and Seattle. But I'll definitely be back to take that KOM. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and see you all in the next video.